Morning, Peter. So what have we got here today in terms of the heritage leather?
Well, I'll tell you what we have got. We've got a cool day here in Matlock Town. It's big coat weather nearly. Anyhow, in terms of heritage leather, today we are almost pretending to be tanners. We are calling up the inner tanner in everybody that does leathercraft. And one of the aspects of running a tannery is controlling the amount of stock that you have. You can have something called final stock and you can have a halfway stock. And in terms of cash flow and making best use of your material, it's always best to minimize those two types of stock. But it's something that tanners worldwide never really do. Tanners have always got too much stock. So when I say you as a leather crafter should also think about having stock, I'm not encouraging you to spend a lot of money and build up lots of different types of leather. That's the last thing. I think everybody should always minimize the amount that they spend on leather. However, there are two reasons why it's worthwhile considering what you have in stock. Because a lot of people just do it naturally. They come in and they buy leather because they love it. They don't know what they're going to use it for, but it's a lovely piece of leather. That's one reason why you should buy stock. You should keep it to a minimum, but it's a very good thing to have leather that you've got a passion about, that you're making into things. The other reason is that if you see a leather that you know is a unique leather, a leather that probably you'll never get from anywhere in the whole wide world ever, then it's worth considering. Even though you don't know quite what you're going to make out of it, it's worth just having it there in your workshop in the background, because usually with those sort of leathers opportunities do come up. And it's today that we've got one of those leathers for you. It's a belting type leather. It comes in belt bags and it's pretty heavy, and it's pretty heavy because it's in between 4 and 5 millimeters thick.
Wow.
It makes real belts that your grandfather and maybe your grandmother used to have.
Wrestling belts.
Wrestling belts, any sort of belt that needs strength and a real substantial feel to it. And today we've got, I don't know, I think it's 15 pieces of what we're calling heavy belting leather. No secret where it came from. It was made in the good old days by Claytons in Chesterfield. The good old days when there was a lot of people employed and who actually owned the business that knew about making leather. It's available in a brown. We're doing the Ford thing again. Any colour so long as it's brown. But you won't get this leather from anywhere else in the world, and it's got a wonderful application. So you could make all the different types of belts, or you could even use it as coasters. It's a good heavy coaster. You can use it for different sorts of equipment. It's got endless uses if you think about it, but most specifically I think it will make just beautiful belts.
And is it vegetable tan, Peter?
Yep, very much. It's a traditional mirabulum vegetable tannage. It was a pit limed leather and a pit tanned leather. So
what was that word you said, mirabulum?
Yeah.
Is that the type of bark?
Mirabs. It's a type of vegetable material that's actually crushed up and used to tan leather.
Oh, okay.
Later on, we're going to make another video about it. We've got a beautiful leather that's made out of chestnut, sweet chestnuts. So although that sounds a bit marketing, it is a genuine type of leather and a very traditional type of leather as well.
And will this one, so it'll emboss and...
This one will emboss. You can emboss this one to probably 3 millimeters. You could get the biggest emboss that you ever had in your life with this leather.
Excellent. Okay.
So that's the main leather.